Okay, so this is going to be a walking video, and I don't always do walking videos, but it's quite busy out here at the minute, and I'm stopping and I'm standing in a location, and then I'm finding lots of people are joining me in that location. So I might as well walk, and at least I'll get my walk in as well at the same time. So what I want to talk about in this video is age gap relationships. Can they actually work? Now, there's lots of different types of age gap relationships, isn't there, really? You can have a few years apart, so it could be 1 year difference, 2 year difference. But you can have, when I'm talking about age gap relationships, I think I'm talking about, the 10, 15, 20 year age gap. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because this is something that does affect lots of couples, not only because of the prejudices they face. So an example will be, if you're in an age gap relationship, people will often mistake your partner for your mother or your son or your daughter, and that can be quite embarrassing. It can also be insulting. You can also feel, why do I have to keep explaining who this person is? It can feel shameful. So if you're not able to handle even that side of things, where people are going to keep coming up to you and saying that stuff, that can have a massive impact on your relationship, because your partner probably feels they don't want to be embarrassed every time they go out with someone asking, is that your son, or is that your daughter, or is that your mum? I don't know how I would feel about that, because it kind of then, it brings you to the reality that that's what people think when they see you together, and most couples want to walk out together and feel good. Now, if you can get past that and handle it, then that's fine. A second issue that comes up as well is a lack of things in common. Now, relationships are individual anyway, so the fact of the matter is, there are going to be times where you don't have things in common with your partner. What I would say is, when the age gap is really big, like there was a couple on Couples Come Dine with me yesterday. He was 30 and she was 50. Now, looking wise, you couldn't tell the difference that the age gap was that big. However, generational wise, there are going to be lots of things and experiences that she's experienced as a 50-year-old woman. And there's lots of things that he's going to experience as a 30-year-old man that are going to mean they don't have that things in common in certain ways. It doesn't mean it can't work, but realistically, what I feel is, when you have discussions sometimes with people who are in age gap relationships, they want to defend the relationship, and they want to say, it doesn't matter, and age doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter if I wasn't around in the 60s, or it doesn't matter if this or that. That's not really productive for either of you, because if I was in an age gap relationship where my partner was very much younger or much older, I'd want to talk about those things. I'd want to say, do you know what? There are going to be times where I don't understand what you're talking about, because I wasn't born then, or your generation thought this way, or a younger person might want to go clubbing all the time or talk about things that I have no knowledge of. And acknowledging it doesn't mean that you're giving up. You can still say we're working, but there are things that I don't understand about what you're saying, and that could be generational, it could be to do with age. It might not be nothing to do with age, but don't be in denial if that's the case. The fourth thing is sex drive. There are no correlations with age and whether your sex drive drops or any of that stuff. You can be a healthy 60-year-old male or female and enjoy a healthy sex life. You can be in your 30s and 20s and your sex life might not be good. It depends on you as a person. However, because physically, when you grow older, you age, and yes, there's exceptions to that, but physically, let's be honest, if you're 25, a 25-year-old, and you're dating a 60-plus-year-old man or woman, physically, there might be things that they're not going to be able to do in bed, and you can't then complain and use that as a reason to go out and cheat, or say, well, the sex life isn't as venturous enough, you're not throwing me off the balconies, or, well, not throwing off the balconies, you're not spinning me around and stuff, because you knew what you were getting yourself into, and I don't think it's fair to put that onto the person. So overall, can age gap relationships work? The answer is yes, they can. Let me walk back towards my house now, because this is the end of the video. Yes, they can work. Age gap relationships can work, because if the two of you decide you want to be together, if you get used to the looks that people give you, and you get used to people asking, is that your mum, is that your son? If you communicate, that's the other one I forgot to mention. Communication, you have to learn to communicate. If there's an issue, you're not going to avoid it. You're not going to say, well, this is nothing to do with our age gap, this is more to do with them, or it's that person's problem. Just be a team, as in with any other couple, be a team, but recognise that age gaps can affect things in the relationship, but they can still work. And I'm so sorry for the traffic, it was quiet earlier, but as I said, it's a nice day. It's nice sometimes to mix it up really and to do some outdoor videos. I don't do many of them. I tend to do videos at home or in like certain locations, but do you know what, sometimes it's just nice to just get out there. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to everyone for watching. Please feel free to like, to comment and to share. Take care and have a great day. Take care. Bye.